So one of the first things you do when you start algebra is evaluate expressions. So I just want to walk through how you do that. So I have here, as you can see, 3 different expressions, and we'll just do each one of them one at a time. So evaluate, so we say 2x plus 7y, and then I'll give you numbers to plug in for x equals 4 and y equals 5. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take the number 4, and every place we see an x in the expression, we're going to plug in the number 4. So it'll be 2 times x, now it'll be 2 times 4. So I'm going to show my multiplication just by putting that 4 in parentheses right up next to the 2, no symbol in between. Then I have plus 7y, 7 times y, that's the operation that we don't see there. So then I have plus 7 times y, y is now being played by 5. Now right this time I used a dot for the multiplication. It's another symbol we can use. The only one we typically don't use anymore is the letter X, except sometimes, and I'll talk about when that is. Okay, so now then, after we plug in the numbers where we're evaluating, then we just do the math. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 7 times 5 is 35, and we add those together, and we get 43. So typically, most of the time, when you evaluate an expression, your final answer is just a number. Okay, let's do the next one. So 6AB, we just say all the letters and numbers right together because we don't have any symbols in between. So this means that all of these are all multiplied together. Okay, all multiplied. When they're just letters and numbers smashed together, that means multiply. So now we're going to use a equals 2 and b equals 9. So again, every place you see an a, you're going to put the number 2. Where you see a b, you'll put the number 9. So 6 stays the same. A gets replaced by a 2. B gets replaced by a 9. And then we multiply. And as I'll talk about later, you can multiply in any order. So we could do 6 times 2, and we get 12. And then that answer times 9. So 12 times 9, you can go ahead and grab your calculator if you want. I'm pretty sure it's 108. You can check me on that part though. And I'm just going to put a circle around or a box around my answers just to kind of let everybody know where I end. Okay, last one. So I tried to shake it up a little bit. So I have 15x minus 2bx minus b. So x is 10 and b is 4. So shaking it up means this middle term, it has, right, a b and an x, and I've got, right, letters in different places. So here we go. Every place I see an x, it gets replaced with the number 10, and every place I see the b, it gets replaced with the number 4. Okay? So 15 times x, x is now being played by the number 10, minus 2 times b, the number 4, times x, so here I go get that 10 again, and then minus b, minus the 4. Once you've replaced all of the letters with the number that you're using that time, then you go back and you do your math. So 15 times 10, right? We all know when you multiply by 10, you can just tack a 0 on the end, so 150. Let's see, 2 times 4 is 8, times 10 is 80, so then I have minus 80, and then minus 4. So 150 minus 80 is 70. And 70 minus 4 is 66. Okay. So when you evaluate, you take the numbers you're given, plug them in for the letters, and then do the math. And your final answer will almost always be a number.